Hello everybody and welcome into the SFA Season 16 Week 10 Game Day. We are back. We are coming off of a really fun week last week and some crazy sim games this week as we had number 1 Oklahoma State lose. So down goes number 1. What else will happen on this spooky Halloween afternoon? Thanks for spending your Halloween with us if you're tuning in. Obviously, it's a big day for everybody, so thanks for letting the SFA be a part of it. Welcome in, Coach Mills. We got a great slate of BearCave games, and then our game day is a critical Mountain West matchup between UNLV and Fresno State that will be a little bit later. Coach Mike is here. Nathan is here. Nice. I always am interested about the TV experience with the SFA. Obviously, I experience it in a much different way than most of you guys. I always picture you guys on your phones, but on the big screen, I know it is a good time as well. So, just going to give it a second here to get into it. We'll start in the Pac-12 between Arizona State and Washington State, almost making it onto game day. Instead, they will kick off BearCave this week. Welcome in Coach Cryo as well. So, as always, guys, if you don't know how the SFA works, the 10 best games that are not game day are on BearCave, where we'll jump in live sim to the end, and if the game is any good, we'll jump in and watch the finish. So we'll start out here with Arizona State and Coach Piglet taking on Coach Skyflyer. If either of you guys are here, let me know. Heads or tails, kick or receive. Laptop. Yeah, that's a good one too. So remember, guys, our raffle ticket player this year is going to be through raffle tickets that purchase with your Bobanos. So for every game, we will be putting out the line. So for this game, it was a Arizona State 5-point favorite on the road. Bit of a crazy line if you ask me, but that is what we're rolling with. Or are you going with Wazoo at +5? You got 1 minute. Let's see some bigger amounts being tossed around. Why not, right? But on paper, Arizona State is the better team. And right before I started streaming, I was walking up my stairs and I accidentally dropped my drink off the balcony. Like, it dropped and it rolled off, and it survived. A 2-story drop. It's all messed up, but it survived. So it's not really a cylinder, it's more of a triangle right now. But I was shocked that it didn't just explode. Got super lucky. Alright, not many Bobanos getting thrown around here. That's okay. Let's get on into the first game of the week. Arizona State taking on Washington State. And remember, guys, we're getting to the point of the season where some people are kind of out of the range of getting into a bowl game or into a playoff conversation. But remember, each and every game is critical for your coach approval rating and whether you survive or if you get fired or if you have to use a punishment. So every single game matters. As we're going to the Pacific Northwest, first time we've checked in on Wazoo, I think, in a very long time. What is this, Pullman? Is where we're at. As you check in on the north, look at Boise State. They could win the division. And remember, that's a playoff spot if you somehow sneak the Pac-12. And on the other side, Stanford is now one of the last remaining undefeated teams in the country. Actually, with Oklahoma State going down, they might be the last team. I think Southern Miss is still undefeated. Welcome in, Mango, talking shit to the Washington State folks. As that is Kamura Gekakara, the kicker / quarterback. He is their guy. Skyflyer taking over the Cougs. Nathan, thanks for purchasing a raffle ticket. Make sure to DM me to remind me. And then I'll add you to the draw at the end of the season. So I don't see Coach Piglet, so it's going to be heads and kick. Welcome in, Coach McNasty. Let's go. We got double digits on a Halloween game day. Welcome in, welcome in. Here we go. First quarter. Can Skyflyer get it done, or is he gonna not get into another game day vote? Well, 7-7. Here we go. They're 4-4. They could also be making a bowl game here as well. And that's actually like quite a shocker if you're a Washington State follower throughout the course of the SFA, as they're down 7 though here at halftime. And down 14, not looking good. Arizona State is ending Wazoo for game day hopes. Down 21 as we head to the fourth quarter. Doug Dollars, the SFA player. Oh no, not like this. All right, they add 1, 3 minutes left. Remember, we won't jump in unless it's a one-score game. Under 2 minutes. Oh, whoa, wait a second. Are they going to punch in? They do. Remember, guys, Arizona State, they're 2-6 for a reason, and they don't get the 2. They were going to go for the 2, and here we go. Onside kick. They're going to get it, but remember, Washington State has the 2 timeouts, or the 3 timeouts, I should say. So we'll see if they can get a stop. They could still get this ball back. We've seen crazier. So down 8 here, Wazoo on defense. Much different looking Arizona State than previous years. Is this going to be a keeper from the quarterback? He goes nowhere. Man, you guys are talking shit. We're jumping in. It's a close game. All right, under center, 2 tight ends, handoff, and that goes nowhere for Matthew Horn. 3rd and 13. It looks like we're going to get to see some Kimura Gekakara action. Unless Arizona State pulls something out of the bag. Shotgun. 4-man rush over the middle. That might just get them into field goal range. If they can kick a field goal here, that will end it. And no, they're going for it. So they're straight up trying to win the football game. Here we go. Washington State, this is your chance. They're playing really far off. It's quick option, and it's not going to matter. They gave you the most gimme play call in the playbook, and they couldn't stop them. Sickening for Skyflyer fans. But what else would you expect? Skyflyer known for choking. And there it is, the knee. And that's going to be an Arizona State cover for those of you guys following along at home. Nasty, nasty work. And there it is. 000. Arizona State shocks Washington State at home, even though they're a 5-point favorite. Tough scenes here in Pullman. Chris Howell, 23 of 32. And a nice little start here to our BearCave slate. Alright, Mango. Talk to you later, I guess. Alright. So next up is we're going to be going over to the Mountain West, so we'll stay on the West Coast. Well, I guess not really. We're going to go more towards the Southwest, down to New Mexico. Yeah, I hate how unreliable this is. It's just simply the awareness. I don't know what's wrong with quarterbacks in this game that they don't recognize the defensive end and make a read like they do in the read option. All right, chill it down with the politic stuff. Oh, no. Oh. All right, here we go. Gekakara, Hal. Gekakara got 2 touchdowns. All right, so we got Chris Howell, 23 of 32, 330 yards, 4 touchdowns for the redshirt freshman, 79 overall. Nice future for him up ahead. Bill Bird, what a name for that guy. Doug Dollars, SFA player, gets 1 touch. Defensively, 8 tackles. We got a couple TFLs, 2 sacks, no interceptions here. And For Washington State, Kimura Gekakara, the SFA player freshman, 15 of 39, 233, and a tutty, 38% completion. Not going to do you good. Running the ball, couldn't really do much. Kamoko Kisser, only 8 carries on the day. Receiving, not really much happening here. And on defense, Daniel McDaniel, what a name that is. 3 TFLs for him. No sacks. No interceptions. Deflections, 3. Forced fumbles, 1 for Joseph Wilson. So that will do it here from Pullman as we will continue on. Always got to get our players of the game with the Hendon Hooker background. Never ceases to not be that one. All right, and remember for BearCave wise, this is a Arizona cover. So I'll pay out the Bobinas here. The -5, they win by 8. Nice little payday there. All right, we'll move on. So we're going to go to Hawaii and New Mexico. So Hawaii had a tough start to the season. They're starting to get in it here with the Mountain West on the line, as they are undefeated in conference. And New Mexico, yeah, they're 3-4, but they're dominating. They're at the top of the division right now, in line to make the Mountain West Championship. And they just got healthy. Marquise Brown, the quarterback, and Rudy Rollins, the gem from last season, are both healthy. So, Coach Woolley, if you're here, let me know heads or tails, kick or receive. And we will get this prediction going. This is going to be a big one. Not a lot of love for the Lobos at home. They have Hawaii as a 13-point favorite. So Hawaii, then you got New Mexico at +13 at home. Bit disrespectful if you ask me, but remember they have Kareem Paul, who was a Heisman finalist last season. So you got about a minute here. All right. So we'll get it started. Hawaii on the road, undefeated. They kind of control their own destiny. So both Fresno State and UNLV really hoping that New Mexico is able to knock off Hawaii here. So here we go. A lot of points on Hawaii. My goodness. And we're down in New Mexico, home of the Lobos and Coach Chumtoad. As you look at that 1-game lead over Wyoming, who's the better team. You remember, the West has never lost a Mountain West championship. So after a weird start to the year, Hawaii controls their own destiny. University Stadium, here we go. Don't see Woolley in chat. Let's cook. Heads and kick it is. Here we go. First quarter. New Mexico, no score. Interesting. Hawaii scores first. Thought this would be a little bit more of a shootout. 3 for the Lobos. 14 now for Hawaii, but they get a touchdown. And Hawaii scores right before half. Bit of a ball buster right there. New Mexico, come on. You got to play some defense. 35 right to the dome. New Mexico in shambles, it seems. Hawaii hitting their stride right at the right time. And what a defensive stop right there as well. Oh, baby. 35-13. It's 35-20. We're talking about the cover now. Oh, and there's a fumble. Oh, hold on, folks. We're not even at 2 minutes. It's 8 points. We're seeing 2 potential chokes back-to-back here. All right, 2nd and 5. It's a 1-score game. We got to jump in. New Mexico has the timeouts. Can they crawl back into this game? Kareem Paul hands it off, turns the corner, runs into his own man. So one more first down very well could end it here. Is Jordy Schmerda, the SFA player, brings him down. This was 35-10 at one point. I form for Kareem Paul. Hand off here to the outside, and he's going to get maybe 4 for Brian Wilson. I believe he's not even the starting running back. I think their starter is hurt. So two tight or offset eye now. Hand off here again. And oh, what a hit this time. Right on Brian Wilson. 3rd and 4. Game on the line right here. Can Chumto get the ball back? Would be a crazy comeback here. Under center. Another handoff. Brian, he doesn't get it. It's 4th down. So decision time now for Hawaii. Will they go for it or will they punt? And they're going for it. Getting aggressive yet again. Trying to end the game right here. So about a minute left. They're in the shotgun. 4 down linemen. Game on the line. To stay undefeated in Mountain West play. Here's the snap. It's Kareem Paul over the middle. Overthrown! New Mexico gets their chance. Oh my, a former Heisman finalist can't even hit a drag route. And here comes Marquise Brown and Rudy Rollins, the former New Northwestern transfer quarterback. He hits his man here. That's a 1st down. No timeouts. They've got to hurry it up. Gary Wright, his 3rd catch of the day, across the 50. They're up to the line very quickly. Nuru McLean, the SFA player, on the tackle. 1st and 10. 3-man rush, rolls right, yams it deep, and oh my. Not sure what kind of noodle arm we got in the back. Maybe his 53rd pass was a little bit too many. That was a terrible throw. 2nd and 10 now for Marquise Brown. Really don't know what he was thinking there, but corner blitz is picked up. No, it's not! They're sacked. The clock is ticking. They've got to hurry it up. It's Damari Baker, the freshman. And man, this is going to milk the clock. Everybody went deep. Oh no, this could be the end. Marquise Brown yams that one, hits him for a 1st. Oh my, what a sequence. Gary Wright down the sideline. 13 seconds. Just outside the 25. They need a touchdown to extend the game. New Mexico. Deep drop for Marquise Brown. Down the seam. That's a 1st. They got to hurry it up. 9 seconds left. Maybe 2 plays if they play it right. His 10th catch of the day. They are going to spike it here. They got to hurry it up. Go, go, go. Clock is ticking. 6 seconds. They can still get 2 plays off if they're fast to the end zone. Needing a touchdown. Will we see the impossible? From the 13-yard line. Marquise Brown 4 wide. New Mexico trying to make a comeback. Man in motion. Here's the snap. They bring 4 out wide. He got to get out of bounds, and he does. C.J. Johnson down to the 2. Here we go. 2 seconds left. A chance to extend the game. I form. They're going to throw it. It's picked up. Open touchdown, New Mexico. 000's a chance to tie. And they're going 5 wide for the 2-point conversion. Marquise Brown to force OT. Oh no, it's intercepted. They're going the other way. It's a broken tackle. They could add 2, and that will do it. Hawaii survives. They will stay undefeated in conference play. Unbelievable. New Mexico scores with 000s, and Hawaii stops the 2-point conversion. Coach Woolley takes down Chum Toad in a game that definitely had a ton of influence over what's going to play out in the Mountain West later this season. Yep, and you're exactly right, Flame. Those who picked Hawaii no cover are exactly right. What a game. What a start to this Bear Cave. A beautiful drive there. And Nuru McLean saves it for him, the UAB transfer. No trick-or-treaters coming to my apartment. Won't have any of that happening. It's also way too early. Alright, so as always, let's take a look at what happened here. The scoring summary. Xavier Parsons gets in. Rudy Rollins gets a touchdown. A lot of passing touchdowns today. Player stats, Kareem Paul goes 17 of 37, 262 and 5 touchdowns. And on the ground, Wilson gets above 126, averaging 5 a carry. Xavier Parsons missed the entire year last year with injury. He had 2 touchdowns today. Royce Marchetti, SFA player, gets a touchdown. And on defense, Warren Reeds gets a TFL. Damari Baker, 4 TFLs and a sack, the only sack of the day. Interception we saw from Nuru McLean, and a couple of deflections. And for New Mexico, Marquise Brown coming back from injury, 34 of 57, 418 and 2 touchdowns. Running the ball, Rudy Rollins back from injury as well, 2 touchdowns. Only averaged 2 a carry though. CJ Johnson was the man on offense. And on defense, Greg Black leads the way in tackles. A lot of TFLs here. No sacks though, no interceptions, and a couple of deflections. Only one from Thomas Wheatley, and the fumble to Kyle McNeil. A 59 overall. So let's get to the exit screen here. Let's get to our players of the game. As we see, Hawaii no cover, so that's a New Mexico. 11% of you get the payout there on the no cover. Nicely done. Nice pick there. Hawaii doesn't care about the cover. They care about the win column, and they got it done on the road, even though they almost blew it. All right, so let's continue this one on. We are now going to the Big 12, where it's looking more and more like Missouri is going to win the division. Now, obviously, it's been a weird year for Nebraska, but we just saw Arkansas lose. They lost to Texas A&M. They're 5-4. They lost last week as well. And now you got Missouri, 6-2, leading the North. So, Coach Zach, if you're here, let me know, heads or tails, kick or receive. I guess they have their own bell here, but this is a pick'em game. So this is the only pick'em game of the day. So this is a who wins straight up. Do you have Missouri or do you have Nebraska? Remember, Nebraska played in the national championship last year. It's definitely been a down year for them. They are trying to potentially get back to a bowl game here. They are 3-4, so critical game to make a bowl game. So I don't see Zach, so we may just do Missouri. Do the kick, the heads and kick. All right, so let's get her started. Missouri and Nebraska. We've had 2 good games to start the day. And here we go. We were here a lot of times last season. Both these teams, really, because Tribe was on Missouri. But Missouri a lot better once Tribe leaves. Look at this. They have a game lead in the conference, except Iowa State. Hold on. Look at that. Iowa State could be making some moves. And remember, they knocked off number 1 today. Don't ever count out Kirko Squatch. Here we go. Memorial Stadium. All right, heads and kick. Missouri not ranked. Definitely a product of the coaches poll that we go by right now. In a normal year, I think Missouri would be ranked right now. And that's a touchdown with no extra point, and they're down 13 real quick here. Missouri, though, they have one of the best scoring offenses in the country. They can score a lot in a hurry, but it doesn't matter if you don't have the ball. And oh my, Nebraska up 12 here. They missed a couple extra points. And a quick score out of halftime. Missouri needed that. They get a field goal. It's an 8-point game. This one's coming down to the wire. We're going to the fourth quarter. Can they score? Yes, they do. And they missed the 2-point conversion, so it's a 2-point game. This one's looking juicy. Oh, no. It's 9 points now. Remember, it has to be within 2 scores for us to watch it. And that's going to be, oh, no, a no good field goal. They still have a chance. We'll go one play at a time. They've got to score on this drive, and it's 4th down. They don't get it. Nebraska, they can finish the job here. And they don't get it on 4th and 10. So here comes Missouri. Remember, it's 2 scores. We can't jump in quite yet. They've got to score here, and they do! 2-point game. They have the timeouts. Here's the onside kick. And it goes nowhere. So no time comes off the clock. They have all of their timeouts. He got the nice bounce, but he just bounced a little bit too high. So it seems like Coach Zach, he's had the time all day. As we'll get to take a look at Vondale Bronco, the second best quarterback in this class. They're going triple option. Man in motion. It's going to be a fullback dive. The defense has to come through here as Cabo Banfield makes the tackle. Will we see Missouri get a chance? Iowa State leads the division if this result holds. Now here's the handoff, and he pushes through. Maurice Smith for 8. Missouri can't believe it. They just need to give their quarterback one last chance. And I think the game's over. It may just be over. The fat lady might be singing. 2nd and 12. I believe the game is over. It depends what they decide to do on 3rd down. So here's the... They can only get the ball back if Vondale Bronco throws an incompletion or there's like a turnover here. 3rd and 15. He's known for turnovers. It's how they lost the New Heights Classic. Trips left. Oh, my. Just keep it on the ground, Vondale, and nobody gets hurt. So 3rd and 15 to get back to 500. Vondale's going to throw it over the middle. Incomplete! You can't write this up. You can't script it better. What are they doing? They have one of the best field goal kickers in the country, but come on, you're giving them a chance. The kick, it's a 49-yarder, and no good! Flirting with disaster. Missouri gets their chance. All they need is a field goal. 26 seconds. And weirdly enough, they're going under center. Deep drop here for Williams. Off the back foot. It is caught! Broken tackle! He gets a block! What a play! The back foot yam! And they're in business. 18 seconds. 15. Get this play off! What is happening in Memorial? You got one play. No timeouts. They got one play to get this within field goal range. 5 wide. Williams drops back. Over the middle, incomplete. Skip Stackle, the SFA player in the neighborhood. What a play that was. The back foot yam. 3rd and 10. You have to get a first down or out of bounds. Williams. He's taking too long. He yams it deep. 50-50. Tipped away. What a play from the corner. Will they go for the field goal or will they yam it deep? It's about a 56-yarder. They'll take the Hail Mary to stun the corn. He yams it deep, way over their heads. 000. Nebraska survives. And Iowa State is in first place. Oh, no. Williams, you had him. Unreal. Nebraska wins outright here at home. And their chances at a bowl game go way up after that. Remember, guys, our record predictor is back up if you want to take a look at that. See your chances at making a bowl game. We had an error. We fixed it. Same with the approval system. So things will update once I input the results tomorrow night. But oh my goodness, Nebraska almost choked. What in the world? 36-34 is your final. My goodness. What a slate we've had here. If you've been watching, these have been some great games so far. 36-34 is the final. Great second half here for Missouri, but just wasn't enough. John Williams, 28 of 50, 4 touchdowns, 1 interception. Cyrus Disco back from injury, just under 5 a carry. Rich Kane going crazy here through the air. Arnold and Brown had the most tackles. TFLs go to Robinson. No sacks, no picks. Couple of deflections, and the fumble goes to Jeff Brown. And for Nebraska, Vondale Bronco, 14 of 25, 155, and 2 touchdowns. Rushing the ball, Maurice Smith, 36, 177. And Arian Green Davis gets 8 catches. Remember, he is a senior. And on defense, John Griffin gets the most tackles. A couple of TFLs, not many. 1 sack for Long. Interception goes to Skip Stackle, and a couple deflections. And Ping Mayorga gets the fumble. Mills, are you talking about SFA or are you talking about, what is that, chess? All right. So Nebraska and Missouri. So this was a Nebraska outright. How do I remember Dogwater wanted me to change the chat. I wonder if I can, so he can, you know what I mean? So he can add, this followers only, subscribers only. It's like, what did he say? Unverified users? I don't have that in my preferences. Turn on shield mode, no. Chat highlight settings, chat settings. I'm not sure. I feel like Dogwater just needs to I don't know what's cooking there. All right. Anyways, let's move on. So now we got Minnesota and Florida State. So Coach Rick, if you're here, or if you're here, Jackie Moon, let me know. Heads or tails, kick or receive. This is a very interesting non-conference one. Minnesota in the fray of winning their division, potentially playing for a playoff spot. And Florida State, man, quietly 5-2, fringe of getting ranked. Feel like they're going a bit under the radar. We got Jackie Moon here. Do you want special jerseys? I didn't see a post about it, Jackie. But this game, it is a 4-point favorite for Florida State. So who covers? Do you have FSU at -4? Or do you have Minnesota and Coach Rick, who, by the way, he has officially declared himself as a transfer portal only coach, just like Cyril Axis Bryo. So keep that in mind when you're playing against Missouri, or not Missouri, Minnesota. All right, so we got kick please here for him. Let's get on into it. Down to Tallahassee. We got some great games coming up. We got Georgia. We got some ACC games to take care of here in a row. We got Georgia Tech and Notre Dame both coming up next. Then we go down to the SEC, figure out some of those big-time games. Only 2 coins going on Minnesota. Guys are hate watching. No love for Coach Rick, the man who makes the schedule. Oh no. All right, here we go. Jamie Breckenridge, can he keep the vibes high? Doak Campbell. Last second, was that Mike with 100? Somebody got you with 100. All right, kick here for Jackie Moon. Here we go. Can they keep the vibes high? It's a non-conference game, so technically it doesn't really matter for anything outside of coach approval, but we all know Jackie Moon needs his coach approval. Fans are begging him to take him out of the coach's of the head coach spot for the Seminoles, as they're up 7-3 halftime, up 14-3. All right, here you go. Is this going to be a blowout? They're currently covering as we head to the fourth quarter. Touchdown added by Minnesota. Touchdown there by Travion Burner. Coach Rick, a big time, but it only ended in a field goal. And there's a fumble. Oh no, here comes Minnesota. First and goal, a big time. Are they going to do it? Not like this. And there it is. And they get the 2-point conversion. So tie ball game here. 21 all as we'll jump in at the 2-minute mark. It's a 3rd and 7 here for Jamie Breckenridge. Oh, baby. They fake it. Jamie off the back foot, slings it, and it tipped away. His receiver had a chance at it. It looked good, and he just dropped it. So Minnesota's going to get the ball. What a choke. Florida State was winning, I think, 21-10. They're coming after this for Minnesota. They almost get there. So now they got to play some defense. They go out of bounds. It's David Meyer. So here comes Minnesota they're at the top of their division, trying to string together a couple of wins. Trips right. Muhammad in the backfield. Oh, they almost got him. Not sure if that's a penalty, but they're going to sling this to the corner, and it's caught. First down at the 50. Castillo, his 3rd reception of the day. Ryan Tyler. No longer Jackson Arroyo. He lost the starting job this season. 1 minute, 42 seconds in the yellow pants. The handoff here, and right through there, that is Xander. Or is that Xander Poole? No, it's Ego Woosley. The third safety, the freshman. Remember, Xander Poole is far and away the best safety in the country. Number 29. 2nd and 10, clock is ticking. Triple option goes nowhere. Bringing them down. And there's Traylon Calhoun, the number 1 corner from the season 15 class. So 3rd and 12 now, Coach Rick. Got to come up with something as the war chants are raining down. It's a delay give. No, it's a keeper. What are you doing? Ego beats him in the backfield. 3 straight runs for Minnesota is going to end the drive. I'm not sure 3 straight runs is the call there. These are 2 coaches who have been perennial Citrus Bowl-esque type coaches just outside the playoff. Oh, nice cut there. Matt Love gets 12. So here comes Jamie Breckenridge. Legacy moment. The transfer from Wyoming. Everybody's called his tenure here a failure. He looks a lot like DJU, but we won't talk about that. Not yet, Tribe. We are still in the first half of BearCave. We've had some great games so far. Dumps this one off to Travion Burner, and he gets smoked. Somebody type in chat for poor old Coach Tribe. We are not there. I guess I can. Not yet. And slinging that deep, and it's caught by Brian Browning. This guy, he's a baller. He's always making big plays. Always making big plays. All right, 28 seconds left. 2 timeouts. All you need is a field goal. Jamie Breckenridge, 21-21. He has time. He yams it deep. 50-50. Tipped away. Underthrown. Alex McNamara. Can't get there. Not his best pass. 22 seconds at the 40. 2 timeouts. Who's going to make the big play? Tight end in motion. Breckenridge jams it deep again. This time it's caught by Browning. Touchdown, Florida State. 60 yards right to your dome. Unbelievable. Get that quarter a map. Unreal. What a throw by Breckenridge, but of course it's Brian Browning. This man's an absolute beast. Now Minnesota's in danger of losing 2 in a row. Still searching for that bowl eligibility. This would be a massive win for Florida State. They're out empty, 15 seconds. You got to come up with a touchdown. You can stretch this maybe into 4 plays if you play it right. Tyler. He has time. He's going to yam it deep himself, and it's caught! Oh, my God! Right back at him! They hit you for 60. He raised you to 75. What is this Halloween game day? And they're going for 2! Rick with the dagger! Ruthless! Absolutely ruthless! It's a handoff! He gets it! Oh my God! A legendary choke for Florida State! Minnesota just drives the spear right through Jackie Moon's heart! Oh my God! What did we just witness? Diabolical here from Coach Rick. 1 play left now for the Noles. Oh my God. Oh my God, 3 seconds, Jamie. He yams it deep. It's an absolute moonshot. It's caught, but triple zeros. Minnesota wins. Unbelievable. Florida State hits him with a 60-yarder. And Minnesota responds with a 75 dome shot to cap it off with a 2-point conversion to steal it here in Tallahassee. Unreal. That might just be the most ruthless coaching job I've ever seen. Diabolical from Coach Rick. I am so sorry, Jackie Moon. You did not deserve that. It was the freshman, Amir Broom, that got turned around. Disastrous here for Florida State. An all-time collapse. What a slate of games we've had, as that will turn out to be a Minnesota outright victory. Oh no. What did we just witness? Yeah, that's a number 5. Yeah, that's a classic here in the SFA. Absolutely. What on earth? Brian Browning, he gets a touchdown, and then it just popped off here in the 4th quarter. Oh my God, a 60-yarder. I can't believe it. I cannot believe the call to go for 2. Diabolical from Rick. As Jamie Breckenridge, 21 of 31, 327, 2 touchdowns. Luckily, it's a non-conference game. But 100 yards for Travion Burner, 2 tutties. Brian Browning had a great day. And on defense, Brixton Fisher, he gets 12 tackles, 5 TFLs, 4 for Duckett. No sacks on the day. No interceptions. Only deflection was Amir Broom, who gave up the long bomb. Ryan Tyler, 19 of 34, 258, 1 touchdown. Calvin Warren on the ground. He get under 2 yards of carry, and they hand it off in the 2-point conversion. That's sickening. Diabolical game result here. Rhett Bush, the Yams legend, gets 12 tackles on the day. 5 TFLs for Chris Adams. 1 sack. The interception went to Eric Lombardi, the SFA player. The reject. He also got a fumble, so big moment there for the reject. Oh, man, diabolical game. Tough moment there. Call them the Florida State Bears. That will be a Minnesota outright victory for those of you guys following along at home. And these first 4 games, man, we've gone into every single one, and each of them has delivered. So now let's keep it going. As next up, we're going to, I believe, yes it is, NC State and Georgia Tech. So we're staying right here on Georgia Tech, who coming off of an absolute shocker against Northwestern, who now leads the division. So now things are getting a bit tight now for Mike. You got to start thinking about, maybe we don't win the division. Now we got to hope for one of those couple at-large spots. So Mike, let me know, kick or receive, since you don't get the coin toss. And I don't see that you put in a uniform request. So if you want to let me know if you want one of those. But this is a 6-point favorite. As remember, NC State, this is Coach Airborne's first year out there. He's been doing great recruiting. So we'll see if NC State can pull off a miracle in Season 1. Are you going with Georgia Tech -6? Are they going to be angry after losing, or are they going to fall victim to the Wolfpack, who's definitely been the number 4 team in this division for quite a while, ever since they made it to the playoff back in, when was that, season 12. So, yeah, 6 points. So, standard, receive as usual for Mike. Default uniforms are fine. Making it easy. All right, let's see what those Babanos do, and then we will get started. If any of you guys dressed up for Halloween, what did you go as? I just wore a Dodgers jersey to work yesterday, even though I don't like the Dodgers. Only 96 Babanos. All right, so by the time we get in there, this game will be going. Here we go. 9 viewers, thank you guys for watching on a holiday. We're chugging through Season 16 and Season 17, we're going to be back with a lot more things. Full brand new recruiting system as well. Maybe not in terms of like submissions, but a lot of things are changing in the SFA for next year. For those of you guys who are not on Patreon, just letting you in on a few secrets. Some scheduling changes. Just some stuff to make the SFA more fun and more active than it is this season. Coach Nathan making burgers and fries, taking Chef Moose's spot here. As you look at this at the standings, 4 teams, all within a game of each other. So this one's still anybody's game if North Carolina isn't doesn't stay perfect. Interesting. So NC State not dead yet. All right, so Coach Airborne, can he stun him on the road? We got the Model A driving. Bobby Dodd, we've been here quite a bit. Clayton Toon at quarterback. Here we go. So receive for Coach Mike per usual. Can Georgia Tech respond? Down to number 8 in the country. I think this is their lowest rating of the season. 7-0 early. Just kind of feeling each other out. 14-0 Georgia Tech. NC State, they get on the board, though, 21-3. And they add a field goal. So not much doing on offense here for NC State. And not looking like it's going to be much of anything today. Georgia Tech making a statement here at home, 27-3. NC State still unable to get anything going. And this one looks like it may just be over. Unless, okay, there's one. We've seen crazier. And that will do it. 30-10. And they will score one more just to make it a bit prettier. But that will do it. Georgia Tech with the cover, 30-17. First game we don't jump into today. Larson scores. McDuffie scores. Larson again. Couple of field goals. Nice response here from Georgia Tech. Jerome Neal throws a pass. Clayton Toon goes 18-25. 240. 2 touchdowns. Clayton Toon, not great running for this team, despite what they did on the on the score sheet. I mean, Hardy, I guess it's good. Three of their runners averaged above 4 yards a carry. Over 100 yards for Jonathan Larson yet again. 10 pancakes for McGee. And on defense, Hawkins gets 8 tackles. 2 TFLs for Freddie Kazili. Herschel Swancoat gets in there. Keith Young with the sack. Interception from Reed Nakamoto. And a lot of different deflections here. No fumbles. And for NC State and Coach Airborne, you got Marcus Stewart, the senior. 15 of 40 is not going to win you a lot of football games. Andrew Williams, not able to do much of anything. And on defense, Mike Love, 17 tackles, 13 for Rogers, 7 TFLs for Mike Love. That's incredible. 2 sacks here for him. A couple of interceptions no interceptions. 2 deflections for Robinson. And no fumbles. So 30-17 is your final. That is a Georgia Tech cover. Bang, bang, bang. Remember, guys, new number 1 coming next week. Be interesting to see who the game decides. Oklahoma State goes down. So, very interesting. It's got Georgia Tech cover here. And as always, guys, remember, VODs will be available later tonight. Highlights from game day will be available tomorrow. As we continue on, we're going to go to the Patreon Game of the Week, which means we're going back to the ACC as we've got Coach Huey taking on Navy. Both 6-2. Could be some fireworks here. So, Coach Huey, let me know if you're here, heads or tails, kick or receive. This is a 9.5-point favorite, and they want to go green and gold. So, are you rocking with Boss Hennessy? Or are you going to go with the midshipman? So, do you have Notre Dame minus 9.5? Or are you going with Navy plus 9.5? And remember, guys, this is the last week of non-repeating game days and watch parties. So next week we'll be just kind of doing best game available from here on out the rest of the season. We've now gotten 20 unique teams on game day, which is what we like to see. And then we'll start getting deep into some of these division battles as we go into the playoff. Remember, all conference winners are making the playoff this year, all 10 of them. All right, so I do not see Huey picking the heads or tails, kick or receive, so we'll just jump on board with Navy here and do heads and kick. Let's get that green and gold going. I love the green jerseys. Now let's give them a fun helmet here. Yeah, the 1960s throwback. All right, here we go. 6-2 Navy, 6-2 Notre Dame. What could possibly happen here? Navy's been very good in the American this year. See if they can stand up to Boss Hennessy under the lights of South Bend. No, sir, not yet. Mills, we're still in the first half of BearCave. We've had some crazy moments so far. Very interesting game up ahead, though, as we got Navy and Notre Dame. This game in real life wasn't even close last week, so we'll see what happens here. So we're halfway through BearCave. So heads and kick per usual. Here we go. Touchdown Jesus in the house. Here it comes. Navy starts out with a touchdown. They're up 14. Notre Dame, what are you doing? A disastrous first quarter, down 20. But here comes Boss Hennessy. They put up 14 unanswered, 21 unanswered. Huey has the lead at halftime. The Boss Hennessy experience. It's unbelievable. You can't make it up. Boss Hennessy is elite. 28-20 now. The defense has stepped up. And here comes Navy. We got a tie game, baby, as we're going to go one play at a time. This game has been ridiculous. Notre Dame has the ball. They're moving it. 4th and 3. They punt. Navy has it now. 3rd and 6. 4th and 6. They're going to have to punt it right back. We'll jump in at that 2-minute mark here. Interception from Boss Hennessy. It's Maz Van Epps, the SFA player. Navy is now driving. It's 4th and 6, and they go a penalty. And it's a turnover. So Notre Dame has the ball. We'll jump in here on 4th and 8. And they're punting. Navy's going to get the ball. Unbelievable sequence here. Remember, we saw Notre Dame choke to Boston College on BearCave last week. Navy now gets their chance. They were up 20-0 at the end of the first quarter. 28-28. Does Navy have what it takes? They're going empty for Navy. The lefty. It's a lefty at quarterback, and that's going to be just short of the line to gain. We got Greg Briggs as the receiver. We haven't watched Navy in quite a while. This is Coach Coco's old team. Empty set yet again here for the midshipmen. The lefty 3-man rush, nothing doing. Oh, it tips! That could have been picked. It's Trey White. Corey Kelly just almost threw it away. He's 13 of 30. 3rd and inches. Notre Dame could get off the field here. Trips right. It's going to be a handoff, a keeper. Oh, it is! Triple option, and they give him the first. I don't know about that one. It was a bit much. 1st and 10 now. Blitz off the side and pushes him out of bounds. John Herron gets 5. Notre Dame, they've got to make a stop here. Still got to find a score. They're at the 40. 2nd and 5. Kelly drops back, 3-man rush again. Throws that to the sidelines, out of bounds. Did not get the foot in. Do not move the chains. 3rd and 5. Notre Dame desperate to get off the field. They're out empty. Big chance here for the midshipmen. Kelly to the outside. It's caught. It's Briggs again. Briggs is soloing this drive. As they're dinking and dunking it down the throat of Notre Dame. As they approach the 50. Minute 30 left. Kelly. He's going to go down. No, he dumps it off. A little bit of a stiffy there from Herron. He gets 5. The drive continues. Navy, I mean, if they're not going to score, they might as well take all the time off the clock. Come on, we want some Boss Hennessy. We don't want this to end on the offense. It's a quarterback keeper. Kelly to the outside. He cuts, and a big-time tackle there. Keeps them in the backfield. 3rd down. 3rd and 2 now for the midshipmen. The third down of this drive alone. It's going to be a handoff to the outside, and he's blown up. Notre Dame gets the stop they needed. Coach Huey is not going down to an American team as they bring out the punt unit. Interesting, they don't go for it. So Navy playing the long game here as they get through the middle. This will be returnable. And they'll get back to the 20 for Myron easily. So here comes Boss Hennessy. 50 seconds left here for the Heisman hopeful. Former Tennessee Volunteer. Boss drops back. He takes off. He's electric on the ground, and they bring him down. Clock continues to run. Boss doesn't seem like he's moving with urgency here. 2nd and 5, 35 seconds left. Man in motion. They still have 2 timeouts here. Plenty of time. 6-man rush. He takes off. He finds a hole. There goes Boss up the middle. He pushes. It's a 16-yarder for Boss Hennessy. The clock stops. As they're going to hurry it up now. 27 seconds. Up at the 40. Boss Hennessy. In shotgun, clock is running. He takes off again, and he stumbles. They got to use that timeout as he's sacked. 19 seconds left. He's yet to cock back that arm. 19 seconds. 2nd and 11. They need a field goal. It's a delayed draw to Fuller. Not sure what you're doing there, buddy. Coach Huey, a disastrous call, and she uses her final timeout. Huey. Back-to-back weeks with lack of awareness and time management. They lost because of it to Boston College. As now here comes Boss. He's going to throw this over the middle. It's caught. Chris Coker for 17. They got to hurry this up. They'll probably spike it, and they'll get 1 play. 7 seconds left at the 38. So there it is. 4 seconds left. No timeouts. Boss will take his chances at the end zone here. Might get another big gain here. So 4 seconds left. Notre Dame comeback victory or OT? Boss, he yams it deep. It's a laser. It's caught off the tip, and he's short! We've got overtime. Coker couldn't stretch it. Inches shy. Oh my God, what is happening? This BearCave is on steroids. We're going to OT. Navy will start with the ball. Notre Dame was inches short. Handoff here. It's Heron as we lose our UI, so I'll have to call out the names that I recognize. 28-28. It's been a ridiculous week so far here. True Halloween classic game day. Split backs now. Kelly, it's going to be quick option. Floats it out to Heron. Breaks a tackle. Gets about 5. 3rd and 4. The midshipmen have not really been able to move the ball with ease. Can Navy get off the field? Or, sorry, can Notre Dame get off the field? 3rd and 4 for Kelly. They're going to audible. Tight end in motion across the formation. Looks like man coverage. They're playing press, 3-man rush. He yams it to the corner. Overthrown! He had his man. And Navy's going to have to settle for the field goal. It will be a 36-yarder from left hash to take the lead. The kick, it's up, and it is good! So Notre Dame, it takes the field. A touchdown wins it, field goal extends it, and anything else is disaster. 1st and 10 for Boss. Came up inches short on their last drive. There goes Fuller up the middle. 2nd and 4. Can Notre Dame squeak past Navy? They're at the 19. 2nd and 4. Another handoff to Fuller. He has some room. He gets to the 10. The crowd is absolutely silent. They're just letting Boss cook. 11 yards away from greatness. 4 wide. Hennessy, he drops back. He takes off. He cuts upfield. There he goes. And down at the 2. Second and 3. Guess they mark him back at the 4. 2nd and 3. That left side looks juicy. Boss Hennessy, he makes an adjustment. Quick option. There he goes. Boss breaks the tackle. Touchdown, Notre Dame. Boss Hennessy walks it off with his legs. Notre Dame survives. The great Boss Hennessy does it himself. Keeps Navy's playoff hopes alive. Or Notre Dame's. I don't know why I keep saying Navy. Yeah. Some miscues down at the 1 and the Hail Mary didn't matter. Boss Hennessy arrives all the same. And that will be a Notre Dame no cover for those of you guys tracking at home. So if you had Navy plus 9.5, you are a winner chicken dinner. They only lost by 3. What a crazy first half of BearCave. We still got 4 amazing games left. And then we have a fire game day coming up as well. Unreal result. as the game a lot of you guys are looking forward to, Oklahoma and LSU coming up next. Notre Dame will go to 7-2. What a year one here for Huey, even though that one is a bit too stressful. Former rivals in other conferences will never make it easy for you. As let's take a look at what happened here. Here's the scoring summary. Heron had a 97-yarder, Coker back-to-back. They had a return punt as well, so Notre Dame kind of getting bailed out today. Corey Kelly, 17 of 36, 167, 3 touchdowns. Heron, 166 and a tutty as well. He was their leading receiver. And on defense, Nick Johnson had the most tackles, 3 TFLs. Jed Patrick, Yams legend, had a sack. Interception goes to Maz Van Epps, the SFA player. And no fumbles for the defense. And for Notre Dame, Boss Hennessy, 11 for 31, 189, 2 touchdowns, and an interception. Rushing the ball, Fuller gets 118, Hennessy gets 86. And on offense, Chris Coker, 97 yards. And on defense, Scott Grant had the most tackles. Winnie Corso as well. Corey Johnson gets the TFLs and the only sack of the ball game. No interceptions. Deflections for Trey White and no fumbles. Now, I do want to check and see if there's a replay for that Hail Mary. I want to see how close he actually was, because that was just quite ridiculous. Should be the last play here. View replay, yes, we do have it. So, if we look here, I mean, it's off the tip as well. It's an absolute laser. If he put some air on this, they had a chance. Tipped away, beautiful play by the safety, and it's caught here at the, he catches it at the 6, and this diving defender, I thought he tripped on his own man. Oh, he did. This guy completely whiffed. All right, so it should have been touchdown, but I guess the safety, he trips over him. So his offensive player, and then look, this guy is pushing him even farther back. He might have stumbled in, and he's down at the 1. Oh, no. All right. So there it is. We've had a big-time BearCave here today. So this was a Notre Dame no cover if you're tracking at home. So Notre Dame no cover. All right, so we'll move it on now. Is the next game up is going to be Oklahoma and LSU. Coach Jay Jetta's taking on Coach Llama. Rivalry old as time. 5-2 versus 6-2. Jay Jettas, if you're here, let me know heads or tails, kick or receive. Oklahoma is a 7-point favorite here, so let's get this one going. Who covers? Do you have OU at -7, or do you have LSU covering the spread? They have Lavello Blackley. They have some great SFA players here for Llama. What are they going to do? So here we go. We got 3 big games after this one, including this one. I mean, all these are going to be ranked games. Then we got the game day, Fresno State, UNLV. We got USC, Oregon coming up, Tennessee, Texas, and Florida, Auburn. So here we go. We saw Oklahoma dominate on game day a few weeks ago in Red River. LSU, they had an upset win earlier in the year. Then they kind of fell off a little bit. Now they're back. Both still in the hunt in their division. It looks like Oklahoma might wrap it up, though. So here we go. Can Llama knock off Coach Jay Jetta's looking for his, was this 4th SFA championship? So we'll go heads and kick for Oklahoma. Here we go. First quarter. LSU up 7, and Oklahoma responds. Now Oklahoma takes the lead, 10-7. Go to the second quarter. Nothing doing, 10-10 now. LSU takes their first lead, 17-17, 24-24. Oh my goodness, just instant responses both ways. Neither team given an inch. But LSU comes out in the third quarter. They are stranglehold in that lead, but Oklahoma gets it. 31-31. Down to the wire, Oklahoma takes a lead. LSU has a drive here, and they throw an interception. What are you doing? And Bullock throws an interception. LSU has a chance now. Oh, it's fourth down, 4 minutes left. They're going to they're going to punt it. So, one play at a time. LSU needs a stop. Remember, we can't jump into the 2-minute mark. Fourth down. Are they going to go for it? No! Yes, they do. It's turned over. Here comes LSU, down 7. We'll jump in at the 2-minute mark. And 2nd and 9. Knocking on the door is LSU. Here we go. Down 7. LaVelo Blackley, former #1 prospect, hands it off to Noah Gordon. He gets 6. Wonder where Addie McBuckets is. Might be injured. A lot of injuries happening. They got Jelani McCray, though. 3rd and 4 for LaVelo. Man in motion. They're bringing the blitz to the end zone. Caught! Touchdown, LSU! LaVelo throws his 4th of the day. So Oklahoma gives up the tie. 38 all here. What a game. SEC football at its finest. Oklahoma now gets their chance. And man, oh my, if you're taking time away from your Halloween to watch this BearCave, it is living up to the hype. 68 plays apiece. Over 780 yards in combined offense. He has not played yet, Mills. They're the finale on BearCave tonight. 1st and 10 here for Oklahoma. Bullock drops back and floats it over the middle. That was dangerous. Deron Stuckey almost picked that off. Yeah, it's been a very delayed BearCave. We've had a lot of great games. 2nd and 10 now. Bullock over the middle, hits his man. It's Todd Honey, the SFA great, the BearCave reward player. His 7th catch of the ball game. 3rd and 2 though for Oklahoma. A stop here would be disastrous for the Sooners. 3rd and 2. Bullock floaties over the middle. He hits his man. It's Bo Dinkins, the SFA player. His 8th catch of the ball game. Look at him making a big-time play in a clutch moment. He's taken over that Shaquille Wild Goose role in this offense. 1st and 10 at the 50. Bullock has time. He yams it deep to Hoodie. 50-50, tipped away by Livingston. 2nd and 10. Oklahoma. Minute 5 on the clock at the 47. Split backs. Bullock drops back. He has some time. Steps up in the pocket. He's going to take off. He breaks that tackle and he slides. Avoids the big hit from the middle linebacker. Clock is running. 3rd and 3. They use that timeout. 1 timeout left just across the 50. Split backs. Don't count out Gus McFeeters here. Bullock, they bring a blitz over the middle. Hits his man. Broken tackle and they bring him down. Will Mills almost breaks away. The 50th pass of the day here for the Sooners. Yeah, big-time upset over #1 for Coach Schwartz. That's a big-time moment. And now Iowa State, who's under 500, leads the North as they float this one out of bounds. Yeah, he's also #1 in his division now, Tribe, after Missouri lost. So he's 4-5 with a #1 win under his belt and #1 in his division. All right, Bullock. Floaties over the middle. Hits his man, Malik Dorsey, inside the 10. Looking good here for kicking the game winner. But they want the touchdown. Man in motion. McFeeters in the backfield. They'll hand it off to McFeeters. To the outside. He cuts. What a move! McFeeters scores! Touchdown, Sooners! The SFA legend does it again! So to push the lead to 7, now remember, guys, after that Florida State game, no lead is safe. We saw Minnesota come back with 14 seconds left. LSU has 40 and a timeout. LaVelo Blackley, legacy opportunity. 45-38. If you want to be big time, you got to beat big time. Broken tackle there. Jelani McCray. He had the touchdown earlier. #1 wide receiver in the season 15 class. Top of your screen. No Deshaun Nevers. He's still hurt. LaVelo flings it to the edge. That's caught by Andrew Weber for 10. But they need a touchdown. 4 wide. 26 of 45, 4 touchdowns on the day. $30 left for LaVelo. Nathan, I'm going to do an update, but you are hovering around the firing line, so you're going to have to potentially use a punishment. 2nd and 10. LaVelo. He yams it deep down the seam, hits him wide open! Down to the 5 is Brian Harris. What is this game day? 10 seconds left. They have 2 chances at the end zone to tie this game up. LaVelo Blackley. Motion. LaVelo has all the time. Over the middle. It's center. Scott! What? How did he catch it? Sam Gardner steals it away from the corner. Grand Theft Auto here in Death Valley. How did he catch it? And they decide to take the extra point. Llama is in it. Another game-saving touchdown yam for a team. 5 seconds left here in regulation. It looks like we've got more OT on BearCave. An all-timer BearCave today. .45, Oklahoma takes the field. Five seconds left. It looks like they'll just fall on this to go to overtime. If Brett Favre is their fullback, dude is massive. The 7-footer. So 45-45 here in the SEC. So as always, heads in defense if you're not here. So it looks like Oklahoma will start with the ball. Here we go, the first frame. What is going to happen next today? 4 wide for Oklahoma. Safety coming on down, it's Livingston. Delay give here to Gus McFeeters. Will he take over? The national champion, the former 5-star, #1 running back in the class. An all-time Sooner great. 2nd and 6. Bullock in motion. 2nd and 6 here for Bullock. Over the middle, hits his man. That's a catch for Ben Carter, the tight end First down. Who will blink first? Very well could just be a turnover. First and 10 at the 14. Todd Honey, top of your screen. Dambo Dinkins, bottom. Bring a blitz. Dumps that off to McFeeters. He cuts inside, gets a block. Stiffy's a man. Falls forward down to the 2. Gus McFeeters. Vintage. Second and inches. The big nasties on both sides. Here we go. Bullock hands it off to Gus. Touchdown, Oklahoma! They ran right over him. Made the Tigers look soft as baby barf. What push. As we had another big-time upset today. Ole Miss taking out Georgia. Coach Bodie with another big-time win in his career. So LSU, to keep the game going, have to score. Anything else and Oklahoma wins. Bragging rights on the line. LaVello Blackley keeps it. He cuts inside. That's a first! Oh my! He almost took it the distance. Inside the 10. Octavius Fenster. First and goal now. McCray, top of your screen. Bowie at the bomb. Looks like McBuckets is back in. He missed the end of regulation. Blackley to the end zone. Intercepted! Oklahoma survives! Del Robracker missed his entire freshman year with injury. He starts this year and he wins them the game. Llama chokes. And there it is. Oklahoma beats LSU head-to-head on the road in overtime. 52-45. What a game. Some SFA classics all over the field. This BearCave, man, and we still have 3 games to go. Normally these are an hour. We're at an hour 27. We've only had 1 game that we didn't jump into today. This is one of those rare all-time moments for BearCave. Is you guys aren't going to like it, but that is a Oklahoma cover. 52-45. You bet on the Oklahoma cover. There you go. So let's take a look at how this one shook out. A lot of touchdowns here. A lot of scoring both ways. Here comes Jay Jettas. As you take a look, they had a fake punt in this, but Bullock, 381, 3 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. Run the ball was McFeeters, 82 yards, 3 touchdowns, but he had 72. Look at the production from these boys. The SFA players coming through. And on defense, George Payne had 10 tackles. TFLs go to Phil May. No sacks on the day, but 2 interceptions. Robacker clinched it. Kyle Hall had that one in the sim. Couple deflections. No fumbles here. And that will do it here for Oklahoma. And for LSU and Coach Llama, LaVello, 29-49, 5 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. McBuckets, he was hurt, so he didn't play the whole game. But receiving, McCray had over 100 yards, no touchdowns. And on defense for LSU, Sampson led the way. Couple of TFLs for Bell. No sacks on this side either. The interceptions go to Stuckey and Darius Johnson. And a couple of TFLs and 2 fumbles go to Blake Quinn. Sir, you're not leaving Oklahoma, are you? Bringing Prado. I mean, I guess you could just bring Prado anywhere you wanted for 1 year. That would work. Just 99 QB. You could get any job you want as well. So you can kind of like handpick a team to win a championship with, pretty much. Yeah, that's true. It is the right time to leave Jay Jettis, now that I think about it. So that's an Oklahoma cover despite the overtime game. Yeah, Dambo Dinkins is cool, but he's not really worth staying over. You do have a nasty defense, though, those linebackers. But, yeah. All right, so we continue on in this ridiculous BearCave. What on earth could be in store next? We're headed to the Pac-12 and what could be a some deciding games here, as we got Coach Dave taking on Coach Crew. So this game is a 4.5-point favorite for Oregon. If Oregon loses this game, Boise State will lead the division. So Oregon, they are the 4.5-point favorites. And for USC, they need to keep pace in this with this game to stay on track to attempt to beat Stanford later in the year. Undefeated in conference. Remember, Stanford is undefeated. So get those Bobinas going here, as we got another big-time game. I know Oregon wants to wear their throwbacks here. So, Coach Crew, if you're here, let me know. Heads or tails, kick or receive. Coach Dave, if you're here, let me know. And we still have Tennessee and Texas and Florida Auburn. We still got some big meat on this bone today. Gonna be a late night. All right, let's get on into it. USC. Here we go. Big meat on this bone. Yes, sir. So we got Oregon here at Autzen Stadium. USC coming to town. And this is big. Doug Duckett, the top target for Oregon, chose Oregon over USC in the transfer portal to follow Coach Crew from Pittsburgh. Now he's facing him with everything on the line. Here we go. Cross-divisional play in the Pac-12. 15 versus 21. Who will reign victorious? So heads and kick is the call. USC will receive the ball first. Here we go. Big time match, big time moment, and a quick score from USC. Oregon responds immediately. Oh my, another great one brewing here on the West Coast. 14-7. Oregon not doing much here in the second quarter. They're down 2 scores now. Things are looking spicy for USC. And they're up 21. Oh, it's 31 now. Domination here for the Trojans. 34-7. Not like this, Oregon. Is it too late? It might just be its 20, and it's an interception from Joshua Dobbs. And that will do it. USC dominates on the road, 34-14. And Boise State leads the division in the Pac-12. Boise State is like 3-5. As Cookie Fetz goes 22-32, 286 and 2 tutties. Brandon Sanders runs all over the field. Nick Mixon, the Yams legend. And on defense, Cunningham gets 10 tackles. Tons of TFLs here. They could not run the ball. Ingram gets a sack. The interception for Scott Joseph. Couple of deflections here. The fumble goes to Sharif Simpkins, the SFA player. Oregon, 17-29, 215, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. Running the ball was Adam Williams. Receiving. And on defense, Vincent gets 12. TFLs go to Saka, the SFA player. No sacks for them. No interceptions either. Deflections get a couple. Fumbles. One goes their way, one doesn't, and that will do it. 34-14 is the final here. USC hanging tough with Stanford. I don't think so. I think the playoffs are actually going to be a lot of fun. Be a lot of new teams who are all really hot, right? Win their division, win their conference, right? And and get some unique matchups in an interesting year for the SFA for sure. So this is a USC outright victory. For those of you guys following along at home. So let me pay out the Babanas. And that went 100% on USC. So no Oregon truthers here tonight. As we continue, as we'll go back to the SEC to wrap up our final 2 games of the BearCave slate. First, we'll go to the Big Orange. Burnt Orange or Tennessee Orange. Yui, thank you for the sub. I swear if we got put on BearCave again. You did get put on BearCave again. And Yui, I'm not going to spoil it for you. You have to go watch what happened. It was... You got to watch that. So, Coach Nick, if you're here, let me know heads or tails, kick or receive. But this is a Texas 2-point favorite after their disastrous game on game day against Oklahoma. So, Texas is a 2-point favorite. Tennessee kind of in the same boat. Tennessee can't really take another loss. They are just so known for struggling early in the year and then winning out and getting in, but now they don't have control of their own destiny like normal. They gotta hope for Florida of all teams to lose. I know Tribe, he holds his own destiny. So very interesting indeed. It's gonna be a very interesting final couple of weeks for sure, with all of these races impacting the playoffs. So here we go, Tennessee and Texas. A battle that's been the SEC Championship, I think, like 2 out of the last 3 or 4 years. Let's do it. 91 overall, both sides. B-Dog versus Nick. Let's see what happens. 6-2, 6-2. Both have an SEC loss. Texas actually has 2 of them. Might be locked out of the division here with Oklahoma with their win, as you got Morris Stewart at quarterback. Remember, we got Florida and Auburn coming up next as well before game day, which is Fresno State with some Chadley Brown action going against UNLV and DeMarcus McKenzie, one of the leading rushers in the nation. Here we go. Who's the real UT? Who is really the dominant Orange? That is the question we will answer today. Tennessee picks heads, and they will kick it off. Here we go down from Austin. First quarter, Texas starts with a tutty. Tennessee hangs in there. They got one of the best defenses in the country. 7-7 after 1. Tennessee can't take the lead there. Texas does. Tennessee responds 14-14. Before half, nobody scores. 2 quarters, 2 touchdowns apiece. Tennessee takes their first lead of the ball game. Texas responds. Neither team giving an inch. Completely dead heat, dead even here. A long drive taking over half the quarter just for a field goal for Tennessee. Interesting play there, as we'll go 1 play at a time now. Remember, we'll jump in at the 2-minute mark if it remains close. They're going backwards. That's not good. 2nd and... Oh, it's a defensive penalty giving them a fresh set of downs on a 3rd and long. Unbelievable. It's 4th and 3. We'll take a look. A 43-yard field goal for Texas to tie it up. Another game coming down to the wire here tonight. I might be here till midnight streaming these games, as this one's no good! Oh no, Texas chokes in the biggest moment. Unbelievable. Tennessee can now run this clock out. Dennis Martell, man in the Heisman race. 2nd and 11. Texas just completely pooped. Here's the handoff to Dennis. They've got to get a stop. And they do. 3rd and 3. This game is pretty much on the line right here. John Lilly has 13 tackles as a true freshman here. Don't count out Dukes, man. Hand off to the outside. Runs over a man. Runs over two. There goes Dennis Martell. He breaks another. Dennis Martell down the sideline. Touchdown, Tennessee. On your dome, baby boy. The Volunteers. Unbelievable. This is so funny, Tribe. Right as he broke away, your fuck Dennis Martell came in. Oh, no. So we're back to 2 scores. We got to go back to the sim engine. What on earth was that run? That was absurdity. That might have been his Heisman moment right there. My God. He's got 2 Heisman-type players here, but we can't jump in until they get this back to 1 possession. 4th and 3, game on the line. They do get the first, and they get a touchdown. All right, here we go. See if they can get the onside kick now. Game is over if they don't get it here for Texas. It's up, and it's recovered, and he does not fumble. 31-28. So we'll see if there's some disaster here. We do have to watch the kneel downs just to make sure Tennessee doesn't sim something dumb. They got to do it live if they're going to do something dumb. So Texas is bitter. They'll use that timeout. What a win here for Tennessee is Texas taking a 3rd loss. Pretty much eliminates them from the playoff hunt this year. You know, 9-3 in previous years would make you a fringe playoff team, but now with the auto bids for this year, it will not. We're going to do all auto bids, which only allows 2 spaces for at-large teams. So there it is. Touchdown, Tennessee for Dennis Martell is going to win them the game. What a moment for Coach Nick. That run is what we never saw from Des Stiffy. And there it is. Rocky Top reigns supreme. 31-28. So there it is. Another big-time SEC game. And we got 1 more left here before we get into game day. Holy Toledo. I'm winded, and it's not even game day yet. So Tennessee gets to 7 wins, and now that keeps the pressure on you, Tribe. You can't lose. You have and only 2% put any money on Tennessee. What in the world? That is a Tennessee outright victory. A lot of outright wins tonight. The Corians got me. All right, buddy. So here we go. Scoring summary. Martell and Stewart going back-to-back. Fellows gets in the end zone. Yeah, I don't think Roebuck's playing. Adam Dukes, 12 of 21, 206, and a tutty. Running the ball, Martell almost 200 yards, over 5 yards a carry today. Unreal game for him. And then Lumpombo gets 10 pancakes. Long Slug leads the way in tackles. Vandersloot right behind him. TFLs go to Russ and Miller. Sack goes to Steve Miller. No interceptions for this defense. Couple of deflections, though. One by Hazelhurst. And for Texas, who made the semifinals last year, Morris Stewart, 16 of 33, 186, 1 touchdown. Rushing the ball, Marty Fellows over 180, but couldn't win them the game. Willie Hampton plays both ways. Another big-time game for him. Blocking. And then Lilly, Hutchinson, and Cruz all get above 10. Lake Hutchinson, SFA player, is a beast. 5 TFLs for him. Sack for both Cruz and Hutchinson, the big-time SFA players that are still here. And the fumble goes to Champ Rogers. So those of you guys betting at home, it was Tennessee outright here today. It We got one more game on this slate. Remember, we still have game day coming up later as well. Recruits later tonight as well. All right, so Tennessee outright. All right, one more game, the one that we've been waiting for. It's Florida and Auburn. I believe the winner of this game will have sole control of first place in the division. Maybe not Auburn, but for sure Florida. So Florida at Auburn, number 11 versus number 6. So Coach Tribe, let me know, heads or tails, kick or receive, as those of you guys betting at home. Auburn is a 3-point favorite. Remember, Auburn has the best team on paper this year. We know from previous years how often it actually indicates success, but do you have Auburn covering at the -3 mark? Or are you trusting Decorrian Thunder and Florida on the road? Definitely an interesting game here to predict. Let's get on into it. Tails and kick here for Coach Tribe. Here we go. No Roebuck this week. Decorrian Thunder at QB. Alfonso Jackson, the quarterback for Auburn. The number 1 scoring offense in the country is the Auburn Tigers. But no Brandon Price. Their running back is hurt. Looks like he's going to likely be out for the year. So we'll see how they replace Brandon Price, the former Oklahoma running back. Number 6 versus number 11, Jordan Hare is where we're at today. As we go tails and kick here for Florida. So Florida will start out with the rock. Here we go. Number 6, number 11. Quick touchdown here for Auburn. Another quick one. 14-0 straight to the dome early on. Florida's got to pick up their tails, and they get one. 21-7. Defense not looking crispy here tonight for the Gators, but they add 3 before halftime. Still in this game. It's only 11 points. The defense, oh my God, they gave it away. It's 28-13. Florida, come on. Florida not looking good. It's 35. An interception from Decorrian Thunder. And this is going to be a blowout. 42-13. And Florida is going to take the L here at Jordan Hare. They were due for a loss. You're exactly right. Auburn. Maybe it was Price that was holding him back. Kofi Garnett gets a tutty. Blout is the running back right now. And it's just pure domination. Decorrian Thunder goes 21-44, 272, 1 touchdown, 3 interceptions. Run the ball, Brandon Wilson, 112 and a tutty. And throwing the ball, Carl Murphy gets 95. Blocking, Golden and Godfrey get 10 tackles. TFL's Tulip, Godfrey, and Hines. No sacks on the night, no interceptions on the night. And a couple of deflections. Could have been turnovers, but they weren't. Kevin Bryant does get a fumble. And for Auburn, Alfonso Jackson, 21-33, 257 and 3 touchdowns. Will Blout fills in, goes over 100 and gets 2 himself. And through the air, LaHonda Dickerstick. Look how many different guys caught a pass here tonight. And on defense, Calais Ingram, SFA player, leads the way. Couple of TFLs cross the ball. Quinshawn Holyfield, the number 2 player in the season 15 class, gets a sack. 2 interceptions for Powell, 1 for Leon Keller, and 3 deflections and no fumbles. Jets scored touchdown. Who scored the touchdown, Nathan? I don't have any lines really in this game. So this is a Auburn cover for those of you guys betting. So that will do it for this week on BearCave. It was an absolutely wild one here. Auburn with the cover. These games will be posted after game day, but as is tradition on BearCave, we want to make sure we've simmed all the games and take a look at next week. Now remember, folks, next week we are officially no more restrictions for game day choices. Meaning best game on the schedule is the one that you guys will probably choose. So, I mean, Tulane, LA Tech is going to be a good one. Oklahoma, Nebraska. Hawaii, UNLV. Oklahoma State taking the loss. We'll have a new number 1 next week. Wonder who that will be. Buffalo and Notre Dame. This will be big for the division. This might decide the division for the Mountain West. This will be a massive game here for the MAC. Central Michigan, Ball State. Army, Cincinnati. So we got a lot of... Oh my God, we got Coastal and Southern Miss. We've got some games that may decide divisions next week. Florida taking on Georgia. Both lost this week. Some very interesting games on the schedule. North Carolina, East Carolina. Baylor, Texas Tech. The shootout. Sunflower game. Fresno and Illinois. That's an interesting one. Michigan, BYU should be fun. A lot of interesting options here. This is a massive Week 11 slate. I'm loving this. Oregon against Arizona in a must-win game. Iowa, Wisconsin, and Stanford, USC. Most likely deciding the division. Oh, baby, what a slate. So thank you guys so much for watching. We'll be back here in about 5 to 10 minutes for game day between UNLV and Fresno State. Thank you guys for tuning in, and I'll see you guys here in a couple of minutes. Peace.